Hi there guys, how you doing? Okay, it's sales roundup time. I thought it's been a while since I've done one, so there's going to be a lot of stuff to show you. So I thought I'd do two. I'll do one looking at my FBA sales. I'm still kind of in my infancy with FBA. I've only sent a couple of boxes up, but I've had some really good sales and it's starting to build. I'm getting a big shipment ready to go up, which should go up in the next couple of days. So yeah, I thought I'd do a separate FBA or Amazon sales roundup, show you some interesting stuff and sales that I've had on there, and a separate eBay one. So this is going to be some Amazon sales, just to give you an idea of the sort of stuff I sell and the sort of returns you can expect on your stuff. So I will go over to the Mac and show you what's going on. I still haven't sorted out a program so I can do this, you know, screen share business. I don't know, it's always last on my list of things to sort out, so I will just be filming the screen as ever. So yeah, right, let's go into Amazon and have a look. Okay, so here we are in Amazon. I thought I'd show a few merchant fulfilled orders first. So these are the orders that when the order comes in, I have the stock with me here and I pick it and pack it myself. So these aren't FBA. I still do a fair bit of merchant fulfilled, but I'm starting to do more and more FBA and sending it up to Amazon. Anyway, this was a Super Mario Deluxe, which I picked up last weekend. As you can see here, I listed it as cart and plastic case and manual only. It did have a box, but it was so squashed and battered, I thought it was better to just list it like that. There's the product. Well worth picking up if you find it. Did okay on this. Where are we? 10.74 with 402, big old shipping credit on that. So then after Amazon's commission and my postage, I'll end up with, I don't know, 11 or so pounds, which isn't too bad on that title. Then you will have seen I picked these up a week or so back for a £5. It's the Buzz Quiz TV with wireless buzzers. Obviously it didn't have all of this packaging, but it was listed as such. I didn't actually put there that it didn't come packaged, but it's pretty obvious considering it's listed as used. So yeah, did really well on that one. Total of nearly 35. Obviously my shipping and again Amazon's commission will come off of that, so sort of in the high 20s I'll end up with. But yeah, that sold straight away, so that was good, and I found another one of those since selling that one. This is just a book. I do still sell a fair amount of books merchant fulfilled. I tend to try and pick ones that I can send as a large letter, so nice thin books. This was one I picked up, a stack of books for 10p each. This was one of those. I've sent a few up to FBA. This was one I decided I was better off merchant fulfilling it. Not masses, £3.99, but with the shipping credit, you know, it's worth doing. After fees and my postage, I'll get about a £5 back. So from 10p, it's worth the time and effort. Oh, this was nice. Sega Mega Drive Plug and Play. Well worth picking up when you see these. They look like a little Mega Drive pad, and then they have leads that plug straight into the telly and you play vintage Mega Drive games on your TV. I think I paid, I don't know, 50p or £1 usually on these I pay, and yeah, did well on that. 21.99 I had it listed, and then shipping credit there, so yeah, 26.27 again after fees and my postage have got to come off of that, but I'll end up with a little bit over 20 quid I'd imagine. So yeah, great order that one. This was interesting. This is a CD single of Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel. So really pretty old. I think this was late 80s this was out. And yeah, I stuck that one on. Used very good condition. And sold it for £6.74. A little bit of shipping, so a round figure of £8 before postage and fees. And singles, I can't remember what I paid for that, but it's usually sort of 20p or possibly 50p. So that was a nice little order. I'll show you one more merchant fulfilled item. This was interesting. This is a little card game. It's called Flummoxed. I was going to stick it on eBay. They do quite well on eBay, but I ended up putting it on Amazon. That's what it looks like. I got this in my favourite charity shop over in Stevenage for, I think it was 50p. And what did I sell it for? I got, well, just under £20 and then some shipping. So yeah, 23.82 before postage and fees. So yeah, about £20 I got back on that. So yeah, that was cool. Okay, so that was a few merchant fulfilled bits, just to show you the range of items I sell and what sort of stuff I've been doing merchant fulfilled. I'm now going to bring up some of the FBA stuff. A lot of this stuff, if you've seen my other videos and you've seen me boxing it up, you will have seen me packaging this and sending it up. So it's quite nice to kind of go full circle and show you that it's sold and what I got for it. So yeah, this is the FBA stuff. And some of it I'll go into and show the breakdown of the fees, because the fees are quite steep with FBA, and if you're getting into that, you need to get used to the level of the fees. So yeah, I thought that was worth doing. So yeah, this is the FBA stuff. Okay, right, I've just brought up a selection of stuff. The first one here was this DVD. This was the first thing I sold on FBA actually. If I've shown some of these in other videos, I can't remember what I've shown and what I haven't. I apologise if I'm doubling up. But yeah, this was just a DVD. And it's sold new and sealed for £8.97. So yeah, more than happy with that. But let me show you. So that's £9, give or take a few pence. And the fees on that, I'll try and show you, if I click the link without showing you the seller's details, if I can find it. Here we go. Okay. If I go in here, I'll be able to show you a breakdown if I can zoom in a bit. Okay, so if we come along here, you can see that from my £8.97 there's Amazon fees of £2.70, so almost £3. So getting on for a third of that, you lose in fees to Amazon. So £6.27 is my net on that one. So you have to really bear that in mind, how steep the fees can be. Oh, I can hear the police. Okay, this was a Lego Ninjago little poly bag. It's just one of these tiny little poly bags. This was chucked in at a car boot sale with a load of stuff I picked up, so I got this for nothing. I had a couple of these and they've both sold on FBA now. And I was able to get £9.99 before fees on that, so they went pretty well. It's more than I was than I would have had it, you know, listed on Merchant Fulfilled, and there were cheaper ones, but because I was FBA, I priced it higher and they still went, which was great. Books, I'm doing well with sort of specialist, non-fiction, niche ones. This one was Starting Your Own Restaurant, and not big money, but £8.49, obviously before fees, etc. But you can get this book, when I listed it, as cheap as about £2 or £3 from Merchant Fulfilled sellers. But because I was the cheapest FBA, that sold super fast and for a lot more money than I would have got Merchant Fulfilled. Let me just show you the breakdown on it, because although the fees are high, let's have a look. So we've got £8.49 there, so £3.20 was the fee, so I ended up with £5.29, but that's more than I would have got if I'd have tried to sell it Merchant Fulfilled, because there was lots of really cheap ones. So yeah, FBA paid in this instant, so that's pretty cool. I've sent up a few games. This one sold well, Command & Conquer the First Decade. This sells well on eBay as well, but I did pretty well on FBA. That's what it looks like if you ever see it. The picture's a bit dark there. What did I manage to get on this? £13.98. Now there was some shipping, so I think this means they didn't use their Prime account, so there was shipping added on. So £15.40 again before fees, etc. I would imagine I would end up with about £10 on that. Let's have a look. Just to, don't want to show you the address. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's better. So £4.84 were the fees on that from my £13.98. So yeah, almost exactly a tenner, £10.50. So that's all good. Is considering I don't have to pack it, I don't have to provide the envelope, I don't have to spend the time doing it. So yeah, more than happy with that. I was really pleased with this one. This was a little jigsaw. Go and just show you that one that I picked up in a charity shop. I think I paid £1.50 or £1 for it. And I was surprised what I was able to ask for this. I asked $16.99 and they paid shipping on top. So again, they didn't use their Prime, so they paid a shipping amount, and $21.74 total gross on the order. Alright, let's go and see the breakdown on that without showing you the address again. Okay, try and zoom in. It won't zoom in properly. Anyway, right, so $9.93, but then I got this shipping which comes in as a credit, so I ended up with $11.81. So yeah, pretty cool. More than happy with that. Oh, hang on. All right. This Land Rover Haynes manual, yeah, there was a lot cheaper on there. Again, merchant fulfilled ones. I made myself the cheapest FBA seller at £15, and that sold really quick. Pleased with that one. And then these Lindam harness and reins, I had a few of these. I picked these up in where was it? Sainsbury's for £1 or £2, very little, and sent those in, and they've started selling. I sent 2 up and I sold 1 already at $12.99. What else have we got here? The Friends seen it. We've all seen this one knocking around. I managed to pick up a sealed one, and there weren't any sealed ones on FBA when I looked, so I figured, yeah, I should be able to sell that pretty quick. And yeah, that went within a day or two of it getting to the warehouse at £50. But again, there's going to be a hefty fee on that. I think the fees total to about £10, so I got about 40 back on it in the end. But yeah, that was cool. I mean, I dare say I could have got an even higher premium if I'd have held out till Christmas, but I really needed the sales, and that seemed like something that would sell quick. So yeah, very happy with that. And also happy with this one. This is Banjo Tooie. You would have seen in a video a month or 2 back. I picked up an N64, a load of games, and a PS1 and a load of games. Ridiculously cheap. I can't even remember now what I paid. And this was in it. And I sent that one up to FBA and managed to get what I wanted, which was $49.99. Again, after fees, I end up with about 40, but more than happy with that. And that was loose. It didn't have its box, but it did have a manual. Again, that was in the video where I showed me packing up the last box of stuff that went up. So yeah, really happy that that sold. This Soul Calibur, I've sold this twice on FBA. It was returned to Amazon by the first seller, who his reason for returning it was that he found it cheaper elsewhere, but he hadn't unsealed it, so it went straight back into inventory, and a couple of days later it sold again. So I've sold this one twice. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this buyer is going to keep it. And yeah, $15.99, and they paid a bit of shipping. So yeah, a lot more than I had this listed merchant fulfilled for about £9 or £10. But yeah, I was the cheapest FBA at $15.99, and that went super fast. So yeah, FBA does work in that respect. You can ask more for your stuff. Right, last one I'll show you. I sent a load of these up. They were in that box in the video that I showed you as well. These Mario no, not Mario, Meccano Sonic little vehicles and a figure. I picked an absolute ton of these up from Tesco's clearance. I paid, I think it was about £2 a box. And yeah, I sent up, I think it was 4, and I think I've got 1 left up there now. So I'm going to send another batch of these up. It's another one that I may do better at Christmas, but there's lots of sellers on there, and I'm more than happy with £15. So after fees, etc., about a tenner. I'm happy to let those tick along at that price. So that's that, and that's all I've brought up to show you on there. Okay, so that's a little roundup of Amazon stuff. Like I said before, I've got a big shipment going up. It's going to be probably 2 or 3 big boxfuls going up soon, so I should see a spike in sales once that gets up there. I'm really pleased with how it's going, and we're inching towards 4th quarter now, so I'm going to start piling up games and toys and board games and all of that stuff soon. Well, soon. I'm thinking November really for that, but I don't want to leave it all to the last minute. I suppose there's not too much harm in sending it up early and pricing yourself high, but then you'll incur storage fees. So I don't know. I will send it all up slowly but surely, and then in November probably have a mad rush to get the rest of it up. But yeah, I thought that was interesting just to show you how I'm getting on with FBA and Merchant Fulfilled, and just show you if you're not doing FBA yet, be prepared for the fees, because as I've shown, they can be quite brutal. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Hope that was useful and informative. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.